Iranians say they are running the war. Now, they lie a lot, but what if it's true? Let me explain. They said that what they're using on Israel and the other Arab nations is first and second generation missiles. They are using those for the nations they're attacking to use up their missile defense systems. In other words, they run out of ammo for their missile defense systems. Then they intend to fire at everybody, the Middle East countries and Israel and the American bases, of course. Third and fourth generation missiles, which they say are better. Now, are they telling the truth? I don't know. I'll tell you what I do know. Last year in June, Israel had a 17% bleed through rate on their missiles. So their missiles were getting in at the rate of 17%. Now they're getting in at the rate of perhaps 1 or 2%. But I'm not necessarily buying it. But I'll tell you what is happening. I'd say within another 2 days, the country of Iran is going to be relatively trashed. The only thing that I think that that's gonna survive that pertains to the government is the heavily fortified missile cities and the heavily fortified nuclear sites. I think everything else will be trashed, but that might not even be the case, and I'll tell you why. They already ran 2 missions with B 2 Spirit bombers flying from America and going back, a 24-hour run. But now they can use Diego Garcia. England opened it up. And that means they could fly the B 2s out there once and then they park them there. And they need to probably fly C-17s and C-5s and other cargo planes out there with bombs for these Spirit bombers. And they'll do that. And then they could start destroying the fortified missile cities and the um, uh, nuclear sites. If they want to waste the weapons on that, they could do that. But, the people are getting ready to overthrow the government. In Tehran, they've blown up all the police stations and the IRGC buildings and facilities. So the security forces running around in Tehran, the capital, are, to say that discombobulated is an understatement. They're really screwed up. They lost their command posts, their facilities, their communications, where they go to get their equipment, and all of this. So they've already freed the people, the people of Iran have freed people out of one of the prisons already. So it's coming. Um, they're going to do this in other big cities, and they're going to take over the government, and that's it. The government's going to be like they got no government buildings left, no signs of anything. What are they going to do? I don't know what they're going to do. All they're going to have left are their fortified missile cities and their fortified nuclear stuff underground in the sides of mountains and stuff like that. And what are you going to do? You can't eat your missiles. they're gonna, I mean, they're, everything's being destroyed. I never. They're so stupid. So it's so stupid. Um, so that's really what's going on. I don't know when we're going to see the grandson of the Shah go to Iran. It's a little early right now, but I imagine they're making plans for him. The government's going to be probably hiding in Iran someplace. They're not going to be operating as a government. Where they blew the parliament up over there. They blew the courthouse up. They're blowing everything up. They're blowing everything up. The three F-15s that got hit was friendly fire mistake in Kuwait. The geniuses in Kuwait made a mistake and fired at friendly jets. I mean, so the guys that were in the jets, they pulled the ejector lever and they got thrown out and parachuted down. They were all okay. But the planes are gone. I'm sure Trump didn't enjoy that. Neither did the Pentagon. Pete Hegseth, the Defense Secretary of War, rather not Defense War, is praising Israel for being such a good ally and such good fighters. And, okay, I agree with him. So it's pretty weird. Now we're attacking Hezbollah full on now. They shot 4 missiles at us, and that's enough's enough. The Houthis are going to start doing something. Iran grabbed another tanker ship today, using their closing the Persian Gulf excuse. That needs to be dealt with. Now that he's got Diego Garcia, Trump could bring B-52s over, and they could drop, I think they could hold 84 500-pound bombs. Imagine having your secure missile city and a couple of planes fly overhead dropping 84 500-pound bombs on your little installation. I don't have any idea what that does, but it's not going to be the same installation after that. 84. Or they could just drop 30,000-pound bombs. I think a B-52 can carry 2. So we'll have to see what happens. We got a very good air superiority because they don't have any radar or anti-missile systems worth a hoot. So the B-52s could be there, the B-2s, the B-1s, all the stuff. F-15s could be there. Remember, that was friendly fire. It was a mistake. So there we go. So I'll keep you guys updated. I'll let you know what's going on. But if Iran is telling the truth about this and they can actually get it done, the whole Middle East is going to have a problem. But remember the logic of this, If the missiles were so good, why would they be trying to get the countries to use up their anti-missile systems first? They're not that good. Okay, I'm out.